place here. Okay, guys.
All right. Good morning, everybody. We'll get started here. Weston is doing what must be done. Kaylee, is Kaylee here?
I don't think so.
If she does show up, she'll be on the music and personal share.
I will play a song.
Peter will do the opening prayer. Preston is the doctoral mastery guy. And closing prayer will be Addie if she's okay with that. Question, which fences around the rules do I disagree with? And anything else? I think that's about it.
Well, that's good. Thanks.
I will play Angels We Have Heard of High. Really well.
It's really good in December yet.
It is December. It's Christmas.
Do you want to sing a Christmas song?
Yeah.
We might as well.
I can play Angels We Have Heard of High.
Brother Travis, we might as well.
Might as well.
It's almost Christmas anyway.
We already got like 2 Christmas trees.
We're doing the well.
203. 203. Open it up. Let's
203, Sonny boy.
I know the words behind it. I know the words for this.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do it.
Intro. Well, nobody
Go.
really has hymn books up. Are
We're
you
ready. Go
We're
for
going?
it.
Okay, intro. I normally play better. Angels we have
Nice, Thomas. Beautiful energy there. Okay, Peter.
Our Father in heaven, we're so grateful for this day and that we're able to meet here together for seminary. And please bless that we can have a good day today and that we'll be able to learn from this lesson that we have today in the seminary. And please bless that when the time comes, we can all have a safe walk back to the high school. We say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Preston. Doctoral mastery.
Got here a little late, so let's decide to pick one.
Just pick one.
I chose James 1, 5 through 6.
Okay, quiz time. I bet this is probably the one most people know the most.
Oh, this is the,
What did he say?
Raise your hand if you think you know it. James, what? James 1? 1, 5 through 6?
Oh, easy.
We're about half, maybe? Half think we know it.
What do you mean? This is like the easiest.
Okay. Janelle, what do you think it
it's
is?
the one that says, it's the one, it's in my brain. It's,
Get it out your
no,
mouth.
I know it in my brain. Wait, give me like, oh.
You want to phone a friend?
If any, no.
Okay, you're there. You're there.
Yeah.
You're there. The gist. Don't have to quote it.
Okay, it's,
What's it?
like ask and it shall be given to you, basically.
Good. Can anybody quote it? You think you can try? Okay.
I can't
Ethan?
If any man lack wisdom, let him ask of God,
Yeah.
that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him.
Thank
I
you.
remember being.
Okay. What do you want?
I just want to break it down, I guess.
Break it down.
Ethan quoted James 5, but there is verse 6 that, nothing against Ethan, but it's a very important verse.
Yeah.
And especially when you're reading it.
Okay.
It says, so in the first one, it just talks about asking God, like praying to God, and I'm not quite sure what upbraid is not.
Upbraid. What does it mean to upbraid? It's an old-fashioned word, huh? Chastise, look down upon.
So,
Yes?
Yeah, so don't upbraid it not.
God, who doesn't upbraid? Upbraid. Who downbraids? What does that say? Okay, go ahead.
And then verse 5 says, or verse 6, it says, but let him ask in faith, nothing wavering. So that means that you can't have been asking him and then not believe in him. Like, that doesn't make any sense. It's fully believe in him before asking, and for he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. So that means that if you don't believe in him, then you're all over the place. You can't really put your feet down to quite understand. So
yeah. So he's saying ask God and God will tell you, but you can't just ask willy-nilly, kind of. You have to ask with faith. If you don't have faith, then you just get blown around like the wind, like the waves of the wind, like the leaves falling off a tree. Like you're not stable if you don't have faith, which is, faith is what? There's one thing you get from this class. Maybe it's not the one thing, but faith is what? How do you define faith?
faith is the substance of things hoped for.
The evidence of things not seen?
Yeah.
Thank you, Paul in Hebrews. Yes. So that is what it is. That's kind of hard to understand a little bit. Faith is substance. Faith is evidence. Faith is belief in action. In action. Doing. The doing part of belief. So if you don't have the doing part when you're asking God, if you're not willing to do what he says, then you're asking in vain. So you need to ask with real intent. Intending to do whatever God tells you. Whatever information you get, you need to follow it. That's what that's saying. Thank you, Preston. We don't have Kaylee here for her share. So we're just going to, we need to get you at a table here with the group. So why don't you hop over here. Sure, you can take that over there. Who just, I don't know who this is. And maybe we get, if that is Bailey. Okay. Put Bailey over here. Guys. Hi. Glad you made it. Let's move this way. But I don't. Okay. All right, guys. It's interesting to me that we're focusing on this law of Moses thing and the rules around the rules. And it's not something I had planned to do in advance. It was supposed to be a little mention of something on the way to something else. And it seems like actually it's really important to me that you appreciate and understand what this is like. Because it really seriously affects how you see religion and how you see the gospel. It really affects how you live within this system. This Latter-day Saint system is how you interact, how you come up against the gospel living. And many, many, many people struggle to really understand what the gospel is about because all they see are the fences. They don't agree with them. So they have a gripe with religion because they don't think it's all about those fences around the rules, fences and fences, rules around rules around rules. They're like, no. And they're right. So I want to get this good here now to give you a defense against that pushback that you may feel at times, or certainly other people will argue with you about religion on this basis. I don't know if what I said just makes sense to you. So I want you to be thinking about this. We're in groups today because I want you to work in groups. I want you to kind of workshop this concept together to really try to understand, as I live, as I have been taught this the way, what is it like for me to live it? And make no mistake, there are lots and lots of rules around rules that you guys have been brought up with. All of us have been brought up with. And it's not bad. It's necessary, in fact. Just like the law of Moses was necessary for the children of Israel. They weren't ready to live a higher law, and neither are we at a younger developmental age. But we're meant to outgrow it, just like they were meant to outgrow it. So I want to workshop this and have you really think together and talk about these. So you have this on your desk. Not everybody has one. I guess I could give everybody one, but I was going to have like a person writing down for the comments that are being made in the group. So you need to pick somebody who can be sort of the scribe, and not necessarily the one with one of these on their desk. It can be you choose who, and have a look at the paper. There are a couple in each group. So let me just explain it, and then I'm going to have you work on it for about 10 minutes. All right? Look at that paper. Lucy, what does it say at the top of that paper?
The laws of Moses.
Come on,
Rules
Ann.
around rules in my life.
In 2023. Okay, so this is what this is. I've got a circle in the center with concentric circles around it, kind of like we did yesterday. This first one I gave you an example of, which we discussed yesterday. So Janelle brought up the law of chastity as an example, as a core rule, actually as a commandment. But even that, okay, I want to go. So even that, let's say that's the commandment, okay? And then we came up with a bunch of rules around the rules, and I don't know if you can read my little funny handwriting there, but we have, like, for example, no body touching. So then we go no kissing, and we go no holding hands. Right? So it kind of goes out and out from there to make sure we don't get to the point of breaking the law of chastity. So then we're like even afraid to hold hands sometimes, right? Or let's see, no late nights. So we don't break the law of chastity. So then we give early curfews, for example. Or no time alone. So it's like somebody said no parking or whatever that other term was that you were saying. So then we say group dates, right? So there's not time alone. We say maturity, good judgment. Good judgment will help you keep from breaking the law of chastity. So we say, well, at least maybe 16 is the age for good judgment, which it's not. But we got to set the age somewhere, right? So then that's a rule around a rule. We say, do not lust after. So then we say, well, no thoughts about such and such. So, well, then no looking at such and such. And so we avoid all kinds of stuff, right? These are good. They're helpful. But they're not the commandment. Give me other examples. I've given you other little targets here. Think of other ways that you experience rules around rules. Hedges up around the law of Moses. Okay? Do these things and make sure you don't break the rules. They're like training wheels to learn how to ride. They're mechanical movements to learn the motions of righteousness. The motions of righteousness. Whether you are righteous or not, at least you're doing the motions of it. I take the bread, I drink the water, I did the thing, now I must be righteous, right? That's the ritual I performed. What does it mean? Why do we do it? Well, under these rules, it wouldn't really matter what's going on in here. It's just whatever's going on out here. Give me some examples. Workshop it. Somebody write down, figure out the commandment, and then figure out the rules around it. And you've got about 10 minutes or so, maybe a little bit less. But I really want you to give it a good effort. Go for it, right? Contribute. And here you go.
Don't walk.
Good one, Ethan.
Don't get a sniper or assault rifle.
No, that's
Don't
There's so many.
don't think of like killing people. Violent thoughts.
Never gonna give, not enough.
Don't be
Never gonna let give.
okay.
So thou shalt have no desire.
Alright.
I'll never gonna give.
Thou shalt not be an adulterer.
All he says is like items out.
Thou shalt not kill thy neighbor's
So like,
cat.
I guess you could put.
Really? That's so bad.
Actually,
Come on, you can see better.
I gave you. Never gonna give, not.
That's not a commandment.
I'd say the reason that there's.
It's a lot.
Okay,
got you.
Thou shalt not.
Yeah.
Don't always
sure, my parents, it's like,
No,
here's where I think we talk about that's the fences. It's something that's said by a prophet. I feel like that's just a way if you're in the fences, then it has to be the stuff that's like just there.
No, it can be stuff that.
There's some people
So it's not that these are necessarily bad. They may be bad. So write it down, it's there. We're not coming up with the frivolous stuff, right? So, write it down, it's very true, whether you think it's good or bad.
It's like, sure, that works. Really, as well.
thou shalt love thy parents. As thyself. Thou shalt kiss thy mother every night.
Okay, basically,
Well, I don't know if somebody's gonna show up here if
Thou shalt.
Thou shalt not.
I don't know where Peter is.
but I'll
Please
just,
don't.
I can work with you for a second. Okay, so what we're doing, get ready to remember our conversation about.
Actually, that's true.
Peter. Would you mind moving?
You were not gonna give me that much.
So to reintroduce this, we're talking about the core, like God's expectations of righteousness, and all the things that build up around that to make it up to that, or that we don't like that. As in the example of the law of chastity, and all the fences around that help us to not break that sort of things. So these are, I want you guys to come up with more examples, to really think about your interaction with the gospel,
Out of the 90 hours
the way you've been raised up in it, and how you see that
We did
interaction
every
as
single piece of
being
it.
about the human or about the Bible. So let's.
This is how a function house
Some people have raised up. That's what
one
I'm
day
saying.
to write
You
over.
can say something like
Oh, that's not.
We do, I
honor thy father and mother. Not just the Ten Commandments, it can be something like have a relationship with Jesus Christ. That's what I said. Then what are the things that kids are taught to do, the things that they're taught to do in order to learn to build that. What's that? Yeah? So then somebody's being a scribe and people are getting ideas.
We need to fill some of these with something.
So
My problem. You have one too.
I got word of wisdom, and I think this
Deciding it down now.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so,
What is the order version of that?
oh my goodness. No
So,
assault rifle.
treat my body like it's not a That's what we're talking about.
Why would you need an assault rifle?
So we call it the word of wisdom. Really, it's about something much more than just speaking the word of wisdom. So what is the core that we're trying to get at?
I feel like this is wait, it's legal? Job guy.
Yeah, the outer stuff is like a less specific, like, you know how like when for strength we get the old ones, they give like specific guidelines to follow and stuff. And then like everything that has like the
I was already off the property. I was lost in the forest. So because one morning I just like went trekking through the woods. And then I walked through the property. I was already off his property and he comes out and yells at me. I'm like,
that one's also
Why parking? What?
It says save
Oh,
prayers.
it does say gay
It says save prayers.
Oh, my bad. Those will don't be down, no down. Yeah, exactly. Calories are back. Kids, wait, you guys not trying to get into the physical logic.
Or even like
Kids these days. No.
It's like that shot.
I'm gonna be like that, but like nice shotgun.
I know. Dude, at least I wrote something.
Some families say no.
Honestly,
I have a 5 million.
this is how it's telling it for the higher ones, it's gonna have some.
What would be the short one about it?
You guys know.
He wants us to what is that?
I told you, John.
You know, you can steal stuff like that.
Why are you robbing me?
What is that about? What is our team trying to get at? You can steal it. Alright.
No. Brother Jones scales
I drew like up at the top, like.
So you better make my desk.
Hey, that's pretty good stuff.
They're not connected.
I'm joking, I actually have.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but it tastes really
No, I
good.
have, buddy boy, buddy boy, come alive. I have your body comes, oh, that's good.
No tips.
Okay.
What's a tat? Oh, I
No alcohol.
He was confused. I thought you
And then
said.
that kind of ties back.
Don't let Dallin into your house.
Yeah, like, just say like,
Like not a ton of piercing. Those up piercing.
alright guys, we got it.
No, just get a bunch of your thing, make a body full of bullets.
Whoever invented like belly button and tongue piercings and stuff.
I don't feel
What's
like
the idea of a tongue piercing?
I know, a tongue piercing, like, they're like,
it doesn't have to be.
I said, call, I want metal things like on my tongue.
That probably hurts.
I didn't know.
That's more.
I think don't have hair like that. That's disrespect to the body.
There's specific circumstances.
You're accepting this and not doing it.
I'm sure that'll.
Holy Ghost only took his head off of Clays. The Holy Ghost only took his head off of where's the
Oh, okay.
What?
No, but like, in the thing, he literally does the mirror uses him. And he loses his only house, then basically you get a sword and you just gotta kill him.
Oh, yeah. Apparently,
And you find out
wait, what's the second half? Oh, yeah.
All right, guys.
Actually, we stay back.
We're just about out of time. I want you to just tell me some of the central things that you got in each group, and we'll make sure they get up here on the board. We'll keep these papers and discuss these tomorrow. Jet, what did you guys get?
We did.
Don't say module.
Body is a temple.
Okay, body's a temple. What else?
Like core beliefs or like the outer ones?
No, the core ones.
Keep the Sabbath day holy.
Okay, Sabbath day. Body's a temple.
Have a relationship with Christ.
Okay, relationship with Christ. Good?
Don't kill people.
Don't kill. This is so interesting that we're picking as the core things the actual law of Moses. Those actual 10 Commandments are the law of Moses. Is that gonna blow your mind a little bit? It's not the actual thing that it's trying to get at. These are the behaviors that we do. Okay, good. What else can we put on the board that's not up here?
You already have some.
Got him? Anything else to add? Okay, good. Body is a temple, so around that would be actually the word of wisdom. Interesting. Okay? Anything to add? No.
We said thou shalt love the Lord thy God.
Love God. Whoa. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere to actually a core. Yes, good. Okay, anything else to add? Back groups. That's not already up here.
Word of wisdom up there?
Yep.
God bless America.
Yeah.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Okay, so love God, which would be no other gods. Okay?
And also, like, the image of being a disciple of Jesus Christ.
Okay, so what would we call that? I'm going to call that. How do we do that? Just be Christ-like. Okay. And one of those is the image of it. Yes?
No,
Do you have another one to add?
no. They're wanting me to tell you that it's like.
Time to go.
We have a minute till the bell rings.
Till the bell rings
To get to class.
It's Wednesday.
to get to class?
Advisory doesn't
Like
matter.
the bell ring for like.
That's
To leave the. I thought we had to. I thought this. So I know it's Wednesday, but I thought class got out at 9:01 officially, right?
Yeah.
And then you have only 5 minutes to get to class. Okay. Prayer. Who's saying that? Addie.
They were pressing me to say that to you.
No, I was aware. Thank you. That's good.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for the opportunity to be here today. Please help us to be able to do well the rest of the day and to be kind to others. I say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Whoever has those papers, put them in your folder and make sure you have them tomorrow.
That one else is